Makaih.
Drop.
Hey, we got to go get the multimeter. Karl's coming over, and we might have to shoot some wires, so we need to go get it. Enjoy this cold start.
I'm just curious if it's gonna be like really bad wind.
It should be.
It does count on it, right?
Well, ladies, original, strictly original music in the place to keep the place rocking alive.
Multimeter.
Hey, we're here. We're here at Adams.
Ooh, don't show that.
It's alright, I'll put a black box over it. Just censor it.
Yay!
Yay!
Alright.
Bye. Getting back in. Here, you want to take this so I can get in?
Here, I'll watch Ashley get in.
Oh, please don't. I look so awkward.
Oh.
I'm trying not to burn myself on these pipes. Balance. There we go. I'm off-roading. How dare you? And it sits there and it goes, the guy goes,
When did it burn out?
yeah. Man, she does not like to stay straight when you do that, does she? That was fun. Alright, so why'd you call me out here?
As you can guess, this cleaning montage is still not sponsored by NOS.
Gee, you didn't have to mop the floor.
How you doing, Karl?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How was your trip down?
Oh, fine. Pretty windy.
Yeah, it looks like the wind's blowing around these
It was
places.
pushing me around a bit, but just maybe keep it under 90.
Right? Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Five Toe Speedworks. Today we are working on Karl's ERA FIA 289 Cobra. This car is a really cool machine. ERA is another replica company out there besides Factory 5. They produced cars a long time ago. Cool things about this car is that it has a Quad Weber
That is cool.
engine. So way back towards the old school. As you can see, it's a 289. 4 2-barrel carburetors. Really, really, really cool car. So fairly unique. You don't see too many like this. Yeah, sounds good. Some of the things he has under the car exhaust, which is nice for not burning your legs and such. And another really cool feature that he has is actual knockoff wheels. So you take a big hammer, knock this off, that comes off, and it's like a pin drive on like F1s, those kind of cars. Really cool car. Karl puts a lot of miles on this car. He put 450 miles on it just yesterday. Driving down here, he's from Phoenix. He put 100 and some odd miles on it today just to get to us. We're going to do a little bit of maintenance. We're going to figure out his turn signal issue. This car actually has cruise control on it, so I think we might be touching the cruise control. That's he drives to Montana, to Seattle, to all those cool places. So yeah, Karl puts some miles on his car. So really cool thing. Busy. We've been working on the Jeep a lot. We've just been doing quite a bit of work. Air Force is keeping me busy, so
You haven't hit the time to retire yet.
I got 18 months.
13 days, 42
Right.
seconds.
Counting down every second.
Right now we're
Clean those up.
gonna clean these contacts up.
Feeling about the same?
I feel about the same.
Ooh, don't do that.
He's quick. He's quick. Well, we've got a spare.
Fair enough.
Still just does not like going that.
We have.
Still just doesn't like going that other way.
Yeah, well, why don't we just put the new one in and say heck with it?
Yep.
Now, what are you measuring their ohms?
So yeah, I'm measuring continuity. So I'm finding which one of these, because they are different colors.
Yeah.
I'm finding which one's the common.
Okay.
So I think this one's the common. So now I'm just going back and forth just to. So it's not that guy.
Been replaced, Dad. Been replaced.
Okay, Chloe's not coming back out.
Okay.
She's getting about.
Alright, so this is
Come on. Back time. Let's go.
left. fine. Common, left, right.
What'd you learn to wire? Is that the Air Force?
I don't know. Air Force everywhere. I don't know.
I mean, RC airplanes.
Where'd you learn? I needed to write ground, and I was about to write AF for Air Force.
For Air Force, yeah.
You
Your brain was working.
right?
Close enough.
It just shows that my fingers can't do what they need to when my brain's not listening.
Can't do two things at once? No. Can't talk in a... What type of talent are you, Dad?
Bad.
What are you looking for? What are we doing, Dad?
We're stripping and crimping. The real thug life.
Hey, Dad, you need to start dropping stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose this bet. Come on. Chop, chop. Drop a bolt or something. Does that
baggie
count?
of blue. Might count. I don't know. A baggie of blue things.
I don't know. I mean, if you organized your garage.
Right in my face.
Maybe you should get glasses.
Right in my face. You get glasses.
I'm wearing them. Good try.
That didn't work.
No. Epic fail. Need a siren that says epic fail. You know?
Dump any of that xylene into your Cobra gas to up the
I should.
octane a little bit.
That's the last thing my Cobra needs is more octane. I had a fun experience with it a few months ago. I've already gone through a set of tires too. I have 20,000 miles on it in the last 2 years, so I got to about 15, 17,000 miles and the tires were just. So I was going on the freeway. Well, you go through downtown here and it gets onto the freeway to go to work, kind of like this little 4-lane freeway, but it's a second gear, nice roller onto 4 lanes of open freeway. And generally everybody just, they get on, they stay in those first 2 lanes, but you can go straight to the outside and just go. And there was a little, I don't know, some kind of little VW that had a turbo and you could hear it. It was a little fast. We weren't racing because I was behind him, but he went, I went, and there was a Jaguar behind us that went, and I was in second. I was doing like 70, and I went for a 3rd gear shift.
Yeah.
But instead of rolling into it, I just popped it. And it's kind of like a concrete bridge section there, so it's got these just very ever slight like little humps in it.
Yep.
And it was a combination of bad tires, being dumb, shoving the gas all the way, and then that little hump. And Karl, stood it sideways and stood it. Oh yeah, I was facing the Jersey barrier.
Oh,
stood it full sideways and stood it back, and It gave the Jaguar behind me a real good view of the side of my car. Yeah, absolutely. And I went and posted on Facebook. I was like, all of us that drive these things, there's just, every now and then you just have those, okay, this is what this car kind of is. You get used to the speed, you get used to power, but it takes that, to remind you, yep. Yeah, so.
This one I don't have that very much with, because it's just not that powerful.
Yeah.
The other one, with the 496 Chevy, could get funny on you in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
It was, generally speaking, 95% of the time just fine if you were going straight.
Right.
And told it to go, because it would go straight. But boy, if you got just a little bit of gravel on one side, or it could get funny on you in a hurry.
And that's the way that one is. I've learned I can now play with it, so I can get it loose and and just kind of sit there with it. But in most aspects, you need to be straight before you lay that power on. It's just.
How much motor you got?
I got 600. It's a 427 with 600 horses. Yeah,
just about right.
That's why he won't let me drive it.
Well, I'll let you drive it.
No, she's driven it.
I've driven it
She's
once.
like, oh, I can take it by myself. I'm like, not yet.
No.
And what it really comes down to, Cindy drives it. What it really comes down to is I can't insure her on it
right now.
Oh.
Because it's under classic and it's just too expensive to have her insured.
And tell him 25.
So,
tell him 25.
So it's just one of those that, I'll let her drive if I'm around, and we're, but
Yeah.
it's just,
But anyone else?
I'll have to look. Now I'm curious on.
Now, explain to me just what the heck a relay does. It obviously relays the
Okay,
voltage.
so this little switch here is the circuits in there are too small to handle the amperage or power running through them.
Okay.
So now you have a relay which has big metal prongs on it.
Yeah.
And you have one. So generally there'll be 3 plates in there. There'll be one that it's not touching, and then there'll be one that it's always touching.
Okay.
So you put power to an electromagnet here. So you have power just sitting there.
Yeah.
And when you squeeze this, the ground goes to the other side of that electromagnet, closes the circuit, creates the electromagnet, and it closes.
And it stays closed because of the magnetic.
Right.
Okay.
So that's why that's a simple relay. On the relay for this headlight, it's a Volkswagen relay, and it actually has a mechanism. So when you close that magnetic relay, it closes down and locks. And then when you close the relay again, or when you close the electromagnet, it hits a mechanism that unlatches it and moves it back to the other position that it was in.
Okay.
So I don't think we do. You don't have flash to pass on here, do you? Like when the lights are off, you squeeze this, the lights will blink. I don't think so. I only see the one relay. Yeah. So the box I have has 2 relays in it. So during the daytime, when the lights are off, if you squeeze this, it's like it'll.
Which is cool.
Get out of my way. Yeah.
That's California.
Yeah. So your setup. I mean, we could add it to yours. It's not that bad, but. Hey guys, well, being the idiot that I am from time to time, I actually dropped the GoPro a few weeks ago and damaged it. So what we ran into, we really kind of struggled with this video because all our GoPro shots we lost audio about halfway through. But Really wish you guys could have heard this car take off. It really sounded good. And our goodbye to Karl, but he made it safe back up to Mesa. Turn signals worked, and yep, off to go drive another 1,000 million miles. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you like what you see, hey, subscribe down below. Give us that like button. You can also follow us on Instagram. Make sure that you have your post notifications turned on so you can catch up on when we post something new. With that, have a good time and ride on.